hopes coming in to this season, going into the bye week. Where did you expect this offense to be, and what do you hope for coming out of it?
Yeah, I think obviously we're in a place where there's a lot of good going on, and then recognize that there's still plenty of things to clean up and improve on. And I think that's the nice part about this bye week. You go through that process, you recognize both sides of it. There's a lot of positives, a lot of things at the same time that you look at and you say, man, we can clean that up. We can help ourselves from a scheme standpoint. We can help ourselves from an execution standpoint, and just keep building on it.
What are the areas of cleanup?
There's going to be a little bit of everything. There's going to be a little bit in the run game, a little bit in the pass game, situationally, certainly. You know, when you can score in the red zone, usually that's an indicator of good things happening on those particular games. And, you know, there's a lot of different things that you can clean up, and I think it's a lot of minor things that add up and become very valuable, you know, progress.
When you look back and assess yourself, this was the first game since I think the third quarter of the Saints game where you've actually been able to call plays with a lead versus from behind. Do you see where that is different in what you're able to do and how your approach?
No, that helps. Yeah, no, it's certainly anytime you have the lead, obviously it changes things a little bit. You know, Green Bay game, for example, we have loved to have had Zeke get a bunch more carries. Yeah, absolutely, but played a whole second half, you know, having to play catch-up mode a little bit, and the Jets maybe to some degree as well. You know, we were able to still run it, I think, a little bit better in the second half of that game, but you know, I think there's value to that when you're ahead. You kind of got, you know, both threats with the run game and the pass game, and the ability to do both.
I know you've been asked this a lot too. I mean, this is the analytics question about where the league is going and throwing more and the run not as important. But this past game, did it really show that it's reflective beyond just the number of runs, the stats too, just the physical nature it brings and kind of what it does to settle things and anchor things?
Yeah, obviously we're fortunate. Not everyone has Zeke in the backfield. You know, other people probably, you know, they don't have that circumstances. So we're fortunate to have it. We want to get him the ball as much as we can, and a lot of positive things happen off that. And then naturally, you know, you don't necessarily have to throw it or run it every time to create play action opportunities. But when you do have a guy like that and he's having success, naturally it's going to build probably even more of a better threat for the play action. And you know, a lot of positive things have been happening when we're able to get 21 the ball.